Hey, good morning. Brothers and sisters, had a friend of mine the other day that was getting ready to go in and have open heart surgery, and so he was a little bit afraid, and that reminded me of I had open heart surgery, 2.5, 3 years ago now, and so I gave him some tips and pointers to kind of watch out for, or to be aware of, so that when he goes in to get the surgery, that he's not doesn't have the same experiences that I did. So anyway, I had some chest pains. I was working up on a roof and had kind of felt like an elephant standing on my chest. So I went ahead and called a doctor, made an appointment, went in and had it checked, and he did a treadmill test, and I flunked that real quick. And so anyway, he told me, he said, well, we're going to have to put a stent in. So I went in probably a day later and went under, and they tried to put a stent in, but I had 100% blockage in one area there, so they scheduled me a day or two later to go in and do a full open heart surgery. So anyway, I went in, got the surgery, got out of surgery, went into the recovery room, and probably the thing that bothered me the most was the tube they stick down your throat, and they tape it onto your mouth so that you can't get it out of your mouth. Your hands are tied to your side. So when I woke up, I thought, man, I can't breathe. So I was using my tongue trying to get that thing out of my throat because I didn't know what it was. And of course, you're still under anesthesia. So I told him, I said, you know, when you wake up and you feel that thing in your throat, don't get all upset because it's breathing for you. And don't be fighting it, because I was definitely trying to get it out the best I could with my tongue, but that didn't work, so finally I just settled down. But anyway, so that was one thing I told him to be sure and watch for, so when that happens to him, he won't be freaked out or upset. So anyway, the other thing that I had 2 or 3 tips. The other thing was that first evening, which is the first night, 4 or 5 hours after you've had the surgery, they roll you around in the bed, pushing you around here and there, I guess so you don't get bed sores and all that stuff. And then, 5 or 6 hours later, they want you to get up out of the bed. So you've had your chest cut open, and you're sore, you're groggy, you feel pretty bad. They want you to get up and sit in a chair. And I said, you know, I can't get up and get out of the bed by myself. So they finally brought an extra nurse in. They set me in the chair. So I sat there in the chair it's kind of like a lazy boy. You sit in there for about an hour. So then they put you back in the bed and you're ready to go. So anyway, the thing that I tried to do while I was in the hospital is I did everything they told me to do as quick as they told me to do it, so that I could get out of there as quick as I can, because nobody wants to be in the hospital. So they said, you know, you got to get up and you got to walk around. So, you know, you got to walk down the hall, and of course you're pretty weak, so you can walk a little bit, and then an hour or 2 later, try to get up and walk again. So I did that as quick as I could, walking as many times as I could each day, so that I wound up getting out of the hospital, I think it was 3 days I was in there. So anyway, you don't want to be in there any longer than you have to, because of course the food isn't that great, and you're not that hungry anyway, so don't worry about that. The only good thing they had was a chocolate chip cookie. They brought me one of those each time, so that was great. But anyway, the other thing that I noticed as I was in the hospital is that the room I was in had wooden floors. And wooden floors, for some reason, I don't know if they were full wood or laminated wood or whatever. Anyway, whatever they were using to clean the floor, the chemical or whatever was soaking into the wood. So in the night, my eyes were burning, and I could smell the chemical. And I guess it smelled it kind of like, if you were trying to describe a smell as a color, it smelled kind of green to me. So I had a hard time sleeping. So if you get in a room that you see hardwood floors in and you just had open heart surgery, you may say, you know, maybe I could get a different room. But other than that, everything went well. Get up and walk, do what they tell you to do, so you can get out of there as quick as you can. And so those are my tips for open heart surgery. So if you're getting ready to have open heart surgery, pay attention to what the doctors tell you to do it, and so you can get out of that hospital as quick as you can. So have a blessed day, and stay tuned for more tips. I don't know, this isn't really a handyman tip, this is just a life tip. And check out some of my studio time where I'm doing some art, and some of my upcoming videos for handyman work. I've got some things planned, so coming up soon. So have a blessed day, stay tuned, subscribe if you want, give us a thumbs up or whatever they do, and all those things.